Hello. So, I recently watched Happy Gilmore 2. The quick version is, or like my quick review is, meh. That sure is a movie that exists. No one can take that away from it. No one can deny that this movie exists. Is it good? No, it's honestly not. It's pure nostalgia bait. 100% absolute pure nostalgia bait. Absolutely no value beyond that. Like, genuine. There is absolutely nothing at all beyond nostalgia. That's all it exists for. That's all it tries to do. It has nothing worthwhile of its own. So, the idea is it's been 30 years, just about, since the original movie. Uh, Happy and the woman that he got together with at the end of that movie, they got married, they had 4 sons and a daughter, and then the wife died tragically in a golf accident. Happy sliced a shot and it somehow managed to kill her. And he gave up golf as a result. And then he started binge drinking. There is a vaguely amusing running gag of him having alcohol stored in various things. Like, he's working at a grocery store and he's got like a hollowed out cucumber that he's got some booze in. At one point, um, when he's trying to get back into golf, he unscrews a golf ball and there's a shot in there, and things like that. Just various random objects that are secretly full of booze. So yeah, he's become an alcoholic. You know, didn't take care of his finances, so he lost his grandmother's house again. Um, his 4 sons all have to get jobs. He's sort of still at home with his daughter, played by one of Sandler's actual real life daughters, interestingly enough, who is talented ballerina. Also, her ballerina instructor is apparently Adam Sandler's wife, which is cute. So yeah. And she's really good, and her instructor thinks that she'd benefit from going to Paris ballet school, but it'll cost $300,000 for 4 years, like $75,000 a year for 4 years. So Happy needs to get some money, which means he decides to get back into golf. And we get a training montage of him trying to learn how to golf again, because it's been so long and he's lost his skills, so he has to train to get back into shape and get his skills back. Meanwhile, there's this some rich douche bro has decided to start up a new golf league, Maxi Golf, which is meant to be more exciting than regular golf, because regular golf is boring, which it is. Golf is a boring sport, so he's decided to make it extreme. Extreme, which is so much more a 90s idea than a 2025 idea, but whatever. He initially approaches Happy about it. Happy turns him down. So then he decides to get Shooter McGavin out of the mental institution he's been in since the first movie. Yeah, apparently Shooter McGavin spent almost 30 years in a mental institution. Because, sure, why not? Um, Shooter, see ya. He takes Shooter to show him his new golf course, and Shooter's horrified and leaves and runs into Happy at a cemetery. They fight, and then they join together to try to take down this new golf league. Um, Meanwhile, Happy also has to go to. There's also a subplot with Happy having to attend a sort of Alcoholics Anonymous type of thing. Uh, which, hey, what a coincidence! It's run by Ben Stiller's character from the first movie. Hey, what a coincidence that Ben Stiller's character is there. Hey, remember Ben Stiller's character from the first game? Remember Hal from first Happy Gilmore? Remember Hal? Yeah, you liked Hal, right? The movie is full of that sort of thing. Though on a side note, one of the other people at the group is another of Sandler's actual real life daughters. And knowing that there is a there is a joke at the near the end that is actually very cute. Now that I know that she was his daughter, uh, she makes a comment about him reminding her of her dad. Which, you know what? Yeah, that's a cute joke. Now that I know, it is a cute joke. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, it's so much nostalgia and just like, hey, remember this character from the previous movie? From the other movie? It's like, hey, remember when Kevin Nealon was in the first, was in Happy Gilmore? Yeah, we brought Kevin Nealon back as a still weird character. Remember the jackass guy, Joe Flaherty? He kept calling Happy a jackass. Well, unfortunately, Joe Flaherty's dead, which is unfortunate because he was such a funny guy. Joe Flaherty was great. Genuinely, he was just really funny guy, and seemed to be like a really nice guy as well. Anyway, he's dead. So instead, they have Eminem as that character's son for like 3 minutes. He makes fun of like he calls Happy a jackass, taunts him for not being able to punch him, and then Happy's sons show up, beat the shit out of him a bit, throw him in a pond, and he gets attacked and killed by alligators. Which, sure, okay. Um, what else? Bubs or Chubbs. Since Chubbs is dead, they have his son show up. They bring in Chubbs' son. Because hey, remember Chubbs? Yeah, you loved Chubbs, right? This guy's Chubbs' son. Um, I think there's one or two other instances where it's like, hey, let's bring in a relative of this character. Oh, right, the IRS guy, the guy who told Happy that his grandmother's house is being repossessed in the first movie, the IRS guy. Uh, he's back as a lawyer this time. Because hey, gotta have him. Gotta have the random IRS guy that nobody remembered. Find an excuse to bring him back. So hey, he's a lawyer now. Oh, and right, remember Happy's old boss with the big nail in his head? Yeah, gotta have his son in there. Again, the original actor, that actor died back in 2014, so they couldn't bring him back. So his son, let's have his son in there as a reference to that. You know, gotta have that in there. It's just such blatant nostalgia, like, and lazy nostalgia bait at that point. Like that just feels lazy. Um, there is, of course, the the obligatory cameos from Steve Buscemi and what's his name, Rob Schneider, with Rob Schneider even throwing in a "You can do it." Because hey, remember that? Remember Schneider's "You can do it." Remember that? Remember how popular that used to be like 30 years ago? Everyone was like, "You can do it." You remember how popular? You remember that? Do you remember that line? You remember that line, right? You remember? You remember? You can do it. Yeah, you remember? Yeah, you remember it. Yeah, yeah. Oh God, like it honestly just gets annoying. Also, Rob Schneider's a fucking asshole. Apologies for swearing, but Rob Schneider is just straight up an asshole. He should stop getting cameo. He should stop getting his cameos in Adam Sandler movies. He should just not appear anywhere. The only movies that he should be allowed to appear in anymore are ones on friggin' Matt Walsh's site. Was it Daily Caller or Daily Mail or Daily whatever that asshole site is? Those are the only movies that he should be allowed to appear in. Is those shitty ass, horrible, conservative uh, attempts at movies. He made his bed. He can lie in it. As far as I'm, but getting off track. So anyway, yeah. Um, there's a pretty good John Lovitz appearance. John Lovitz actually makes a pretty good cameo. He's just got like really weird, like he's just got really good line deliveries in general. Like he's one of those guys who's really good when it comes to line deliveries. So he was pretty good. And then there's also an absolute shit ton of cameos from professional golfers and various celebrities, including for some reason Guy Fieri as like the host of like guy who kicks off the Maxi League competition, like the pro golfer competition against the Maxi golf people. For some reason, Guy Fieri does like that's a weird choice to me. That is just a weird choice to me. The specific role he gets in there is just strange to me. Um, Yeah, I mean, it's just full of references to the original movie. A lot of clips from the original movie. Um, there's some references that genuinely took me out of the movie because like that's just stupid. Um, yeah, it's just literally all it has going for it is, hey, remember Happy Gilmore? Remember how much you liked Happy Gilmore? You liked that movie, right? You remember how much you liked that movie? Sincerely, that is all all there is to this entire film is, hey, remember how much you liked Happy Gilmore? Very, very, very few of the original jokes in this movie, of which there are very few, but of the small number of original jokes, very few of those even land. It's just not a good movie. It's just, ugh. It feels lazy and cynical, and I don't think it, like, I'm sure Sandler and the other people involved like really cared about this movie. You know, they were sincere in wanting to do this and all that, but they did not succeed. I don't think that this was like I don't think they were being lazy when they made it. It just feels that way. I don't think they were. I don't think. I mean, the studio was being cynical, but I don't think Sandler and the other people involved were being cynical about doing a sequel. It just feels that way. So like I genuinely don't want to bad talk any of the people involved aside from Rob Schneider. Um, I will bad talk Rob Schneider anytime. But everyone else involved, I don't want to bad talk. I don't want to speak poorly of them. I don't want to bad talk them. I genuinely don't. But despite whatever motivations they had, it feels like a cynical nostalgia cash grab. Anyway, those are my thoughts on Happy Gilmore 2. It is not worth watching at all. Instead of watching Happy Gilmore 2, just go back and rewatch the original. That one's good. So, thanks for watching, and see you in another video.